Right now at 5, another rally is planned in Red Arrow Park where a Milwaukee police officer shot and killed Dontre Hamilton.
This is a live picture from Chopper 4. Earlier, police officers crowded City Hall to show their support for the officer who was fired yesterday.
Dontre forced this situation, not the other way around.
In my opinion, he has become the scapegoat for the racially charged political environment we live in.
That news conference with Alderman Bob Donovan and the head of the police union got a little boisterous at times.
Officers shouted their support for their colleague and at times shouted down reporters' questions.
Todd Hicks was at that news conference. He is live now at Red Arrow Park. Todd?
Well, that's right, Mike and Carol. The group who says they're calling for justice for Dontre Hamilton are holding a rally here. It comes just one day after that MPD officer Christopher Manney was fired. Now, people who stand behind Manney gathered at City Hall for a meeting earlier today, and at times it became very loud and very emotional. Dozens of Milwaukee police officers filling this room at City Hall to show their support for Officer Christopher Manney.
And he has become the scapegoat for the racially charged political environment we live in.
By their side, Alderman Bob Donovan and the head of the police union who are calling the firing unjust.
We're not talking here about a part-time paper route. We're talking about a man's career.
Manney was fired by Chief Ed Flynn for his role in the shooting death of Dontre Hamilton at Red Arrow Park. The frustrations of fellow officers upset with the decision during this meeting very clear.
Every circumstance is different.
Flynn stated he didn't follow procedures leading up to Hamilton's death and made assumptions Hamilton was mentally ill and homeless. The head of the police union, Mike Crivello, has been in touch with Manney. He hinted the former officer won't take the loss of his job lying down.
And he won't be back unless the chief changes his mind or when we win the appeal.
Donovan believes this could set a dangerous precedent that could affect public safety.
I fear that an increasing number of officers will put their blinders on and do the absolute minimum, fearful that any difficult decision made on the streets will come back to haunt them.
And I can tell you at times that meeting became very emotional and heated as well as uncomfortable. Now, Crivello wouldn't go into detail but confirmed Manney filed for disability before he was fired. And you can see that there are about a dozen or so supporters here of Dontre Hamilton, many of them who want that officer to face criminal charges. We're live at Red Arrow Park tonight. Todd Hicks, today's TMJ4.
Todd, thank you very much.
And as Todd mentioned, off-duty police officers at the news conference got a little bit heated at times.
Union President Mike Crivello tried to calm them down at one point.
Ask the right ones.
Brothers and sisters.
Make a decision. You got 20 minutes or a whole day to write your questions. 4 months.
Brothers and sisters, please understand that we have an opportunity here to answer some questions that may be of value that will support our situation.
Obviously some frustration there.